Hey.
Hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room.
Come on in and see
What's going on,
me.
good people out there? Hey, welcome to
Giving you a man's
MVP.
viewpoint, and we just want to help you see. We talk real life, no cap, no shade. Truth in the open, no mask, no fade. From love and money to faith and pride, it's a ride through the mind of the other side. M.V.P. Man's viewpoint.
Hey. Like going back to music class. Why? In the room. Come on. In the room. In the room. In the room. Come on. In the
Hey, you remember that old church lady that be in the back with the tambourine?
Oh yeah, it's got to be one. It's got to be one in the back of the other church with the tambourine. Hey, what's going on, good people? Happy pre 4th of July, I guess.
Yeah.
We're happy to be back here. Welcome to MVP Man's Viewpoint, where you get a multi-generational viewpoint on today's topics and some things that might not even be today's topic. But I'm one of your hosts, Tony Smith.
Taylor Smith. You
This
know, you
guy.
ain't got to introduce you. Hey, they know it's episode 4, 5. They know who you are.
Hey, this might be new people
You're
chiming
right.
in. They
You're
don't
right.
know who we are. So
You're right.
for all you newbies, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Actually, before we even start, if you are new, hey, catch us on YouTube if you want to see our faces at MVP Podcast 1. That's YouTube at MVP Podcast 1. And then we're available, of course, on all of your other podcast platforms if you're just trying to listen. But if you're trying to see these melanated faces, then I need you to go on to YouTube. And while you're there, hit subscribe, would you please? That's the least you can do. Help us out.
Share, like, comment.
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
yeah. So please help us out by doing that. We appreciate it. All right, so here we go, man. Pre-game.
Yes.
Yeah. This cat in the pregame, I tell
The
you.
pre-game.
What you got? What you got for the pregame today?
Man, just happy to be back on the couch. I really just been taking time out to be grateful for the small things.
Oh man, that's of course.
So I think this is what episode 4
It's 4, man. Can you believe it?
seems like yesterday.
Because I didn't think we was gonna ever get 3 out. 3 was, boy. Woo, that was for the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That 3 was something. So hopefully, hey, here we go with 4. But I hear that, man. Small things because we get so wrapped up.
Yeah. You gotta touch grass sometimes.
Yeah. Put your boot on the ground. Put your feet on the ground and feet in the grass or whatever, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
But that's a word right there, man. Definitely just being thankful for the little things because we tend to focus on the bigger things and the problems that we forget about, the little things that are so important. And we take stuff for granted. We just do that. So, hey, you know what? That's good, man. I'm glad you brought that up because I think we wake up sometimes thinking about
Everything else but being grateful,
right,
man.
that you even woke up.
Exactly.
And I'm guilty of that because I wake up with 1,000 things on my mind.
Yeah.
And then I have to, kind of
You
stop
gotta
and say,
woosah.
yeah, wait a minute. Let me get some thanks.
So yeah, I just been practicing that, man. Just been giving God His glory, man, and
True.
just been taking that thing one step at a time.
Because it's a bigger plan.
Yeah. And I had Dion had posted something the other day.
Sanders.
Yeah. And it really just spoke to me so vividly.
How Dion be, them fingers be.
Coach Prime said, "What happened to the fun, the laughs, and the joy? Don't allow life to take the life out of you. Life is meant to be enjoyed and appreciated. Even the not so good times, we look back on those and laugh at them because we grew from those days. Today, let's enjoy life." Hashtag Coach Prime. I appreciate that, Coach.
Okay, Koichi.
Yeah, Coach preached a little gospel the other day.
Yeah,
I said, let me go ahead and repost that.
that's deep, man.
Nah, yeah,
That's
for
deep.
sure.
That's real deep, seriously though. But so we hope, out there, man, you taking a moment to just kind of reset, to give thanks for just the little things and know that the bigger things, if there are problems or whatever it might be, the old saying, old folk used to say, trouble don't last always. So this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So, okay, that boy done brought a prophetic.
Yeah, you see how I did that? See, the
Yeah.
pregame ain't always got to be turned, Tony. Sometimes you just ease into that thing, bring a little wine, maybe a little Taylor port. It ain't always got to be shots.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? It ain't
Well,
always got to be aggressive. It could just be
laid back.
like, we getting activated.
Okay.
Hey, you got the so our hard copies available? Yeah, let's
Well,
go ahead, tap in on that.
This, yeah,
Hey, look.
I'm a little emotional.
Nah, this is awesome. Man.
15 years in the making, man. Daddy Chronicles available to you on Amazon. It's a great read, man. I think, and I'm a little biased, maybe because I wrote it, but I think it's a good read. It's definitely inspirational, and if you like devotionals, it's a 31-day devotional. Got a little stories in there. Me, this guy, my dad, his grandfather, and there's even some mention. Layla is even in there, my daughter. So,
you got the song in here too? I ain't know
yeah.
that.
So you got a story that has some meaning that a lesson my father was trying to teach me that I'm trying to teach him. And now I'm knowing the value of him trying to teach me that, because I'm like, oh, okay, now I understand why he's trying to teach me this. So, because I'm trying to teach it to him. And then you also have some Bible verses in there that kind of go with the story. And then you have a song that goes with the story. And then you have a quote. Some of them are by me and some of them are, just other quotes. So it definitely should get you up and going. So please support, if you will. It's only $16.99 on Amazon. But what I really need you to do, if you buy the book and you read it, please give a review of the book. And then it's an ebook for $3.99, also available on Amazon. So Daddy Chronicles. Yeah.
And I just want to say, yeah, I just think that, like you said, I saw the conception of this idea, Tony. And so just to be able to see it from that moment until now, don't be bending up my copy.
My bad.
Yeah. But nah, I just want to say, man, I think that this is dope. Just another great thing to add onto your long list of accolades. But
Tan up stuff.
like, yeah.
I know, right? Can't pay for
Put it back
nothing.
on before he look up. Oh,
I
he
know,
look
right?
up.
He not look good. How you doing,
But nah,
Ernest?
I'm proud of you, man. This is dope. This is dope. This is one for the books. See what I did there?
Oh, I see what he did there. He's kind of clever on that. But yeah, go on, help us out. It's a nice read. Maybe we'll read a story out of that in one of the episodes. Okay. All right, man. So pregame is over. You good with pregame?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not.
today's topic, good googly moogly. Let's see. I'm gonna do the honors here.
Oh, we got a trophy in this thing
Let me
today.
see the trophy. I told you Halliburton, Halliburton,
Hallie.
That boy had to send that thing back. Still shouts out to Halliburton. Get better, man. Well, what the hell? Ooh.
What they talking about?
Snap. Ooh.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
Let me see. Ooh. But it's all the way from Maryland.
Maryland.
Ooh, Jesus. S.H. Beverly out of Maryland wants to know why. Ooh, Ooh, this finna get. Damn, let me get in this cone over here. She wanna know why we have side pieces.
Who's we, man? Us?
Man, what's the deal with the? It says, what's the deal with the side pieces? With side pieces, other than please go other than physical. Discuss more than physical. Ooh, my side piece. Who sang that?
Home to be with my side. Nah, he was wrong for that.
What's his name?
I have no idea.
Oh man, what's the man's name who sang side piece? Man, we'll get that. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. Well,
start us off with
right.
Why all the old people? Why all the I think I would love to hear your perspective because a lot of men in your age group are married with kids and probably done been married a couple times, got a couple kids from a couple marriages. Being real. So why is somebody that is
Pokey Bear? My bad. I had to get that out.
What is that?
He sings the side piece song. What's up, Pokey Bear? If you see this, Pokey Bear.
We need to have him come
My
sing that live.
side piece. Woo! Boy, let me put this in the tambourine right here. I should have shook that thing up.
Why you got side pieces, Tony?
Let me put some disclaimers out here. But you know what? This could really be a
Pop, why you got the side? Let me put
nah. This could really be a good conversation. So,
oh my God,
all right, we got to go. All right, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it, and we gonna get real.
I'm listening.
We gonna get real on it. So, if I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. But I need to put some disclaimers out first.
Nah, you don't need to put no disclaimers.
First and foremost, I am not saying I ever had a side piece. So I'm just, I'm gonna put that disclaimer out there. So, I'm just actually, just kind of, giving
that boy done got hot. He done got hot.
I'm just giving my viewpoint, if you will.
Oh my God, that is lit.
But wow. Okay, let's get for real though. For real. Why do we have
start us off?
Why do we have side pieces and what other than the physical? Okay. Whew. All right. So let's define side piece because I think most people might say, well, we already know what that is, but let's just make sure we're on the same page. Yeah. So side piece is somebody that is not, if you're married, definitely is not your wife. Or if you're she on the side. She's some potato salad.
Yeah. Baked beans.
Collard green.
Coleslaw. Yams.
Hey, but they say it's the size that make the entree good.
You going against that disclaimer. You going against that disclaimer.
All I'm saying is that's just a saying, people. But so we on the same page, even for your generation, that's what a side piece is, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we clear on that. So somebody who you're in a relationship,
or you're with somebody, whatever that means.
Right. Whatever that, however situationship.
Right. You also talking to somebody outside of whatever that is.
All right.
Which is cheating. Let's put that out there. Unless
you don't put your cards on the table and said maybe you're poly, or maybe you have said, hey, you're not the only person that I'm seeing. So if you're if you done that, then hey,
then in that case
she ain't a side piece.
Nah, in that case I guess it just depends on who you with more than. You know what I'm saying? If I
put my cards on the table and I'm telling you,
let's say I tell girl number one, like, hey, we met each other. Hey, like I have multiple.
So go ahead and speak from personal experience.
No. Hey, well, no. I'm just saying you brought up the point of you don't have to be in a relationship to have a side piece. I'm saying, okay, let's say a man says to a woman, hey, I have multiple women, whatever. You still at least have one that is your main Unless you just pimping, unless you just straight pimping. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm
So
trying to
you're
say?
saying there's at least one that you favor.
That's
out
your
of
main
all of-
out of right. Unless you spreading that thing equally and
That's how
brother,
you do it?
Well, brother, hey, I don't know.
All right.
But to those that do.
So all right. So I'm gonna try to. For me, you got side piece, and so from my generation, check this out. You got side piece, PIECE, which we just got through talking about. But what about if she's your side piece? Piece as in PEACE.
Message.
Hey, side piece. So get back to, I guess, what she wants to know, why or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep it 100, as the children say. I think that every relationship at its incipiency is started with something physical.
Okay.
Let me explain that.
I'm walking with you.
Come on, walk with me and talk with me. Before I even have a conversation with you, before I even know who you are, what you do, whatever, there is something about you physically that attracts me to you, whether it be your smile, whether it be your eyes,
Something physical.
right? Something physical or something that I can see. Maybe it's your dress, you know? So it's something outside of me even knowing you, you know what I'm saying, that attracts me to you. But let's go down the physical rabbit hole, because usually that's, men, God dang, she fine. Okay, so we attracted, pumps and a bumps. You don't know nothing about that. That's for your time. That was shout out to my boy Hammer. So there's something physical that we're attracted to. So, and I feel like men, and I'm gonna just, I might get my man card taken on this right here. We're gonna always be like that because I just feel like that's how innately we are. We're kind of made, we're a very visual creature. So we're gonna always that's gonna get our attention. You know what I'm saying? Whether you, and I think women do that too, but they do it on the low. Yeah, I mean,
People
women,
do it.
Yeah, people do it. But I think we are a little bit more, I don't know what word to use here, dogmatic on it.
I feel like what you're trying to say, like a man can see a woman and he's, physically attracted to her. And I feel like he doesn't need anything else.
Okay,
and
thank you.
And that's just enough for him. I feel like most women, they can kind of ignore the physical part and see something else in you, and that's what makes you
and that's where you see women who date ugly dudes, and like she's really pretty, and you be like, good God. Right. But she sees, she's
something
not looking at the physical.
It's attracting, yeah.
Right. And I think for us, and that kind of goes back to the last episode, from the physical to the emotional, that we were talking about. But for a man, pretty much 9 times out of 10, if you ugly or we don't find you attractive in some kind of way,
it's a tough one.
Yeah, we're not going.
You gotta be able to dress then at that point.
Right.
Or something.
It's got to be something that's gonna catch our attention to be like, we gonna even spend time with you, because I feel like
and vice
also
versa.
we, that goes kind of into our ego thing, because we don't, you can't be on my arm looking like
who done it and why.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Tony.
So the physical part, I think for us, that might be a reason why, because we see something that we like, and we're gonna try to pursue it. We're hunters, so I'm not saying that it's right now. Let's put that out there. I'm not advocating for side piece-ness. Okay,
side piece across the world.
Well, unite.
Assemble.
All I'm saying is I'm giving some reasons maybe why guys do, have side pieces. But let me get back to my opening statement on the side piece or side piece. PEACE.
I think you have
Because
something
some men, especially at my age range right now, I'm gonna just be raw with them. Can I be raw with them one time? A nut is a nut after 50.
That's depressing.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't mean it like that, but what I'm saying is after 50, in my opinion, now there's some men who still
go down.
want to just do that. But what I'm saying is after 50, you might be looking, well, you look for other things in a woman. Like, I want to conversate with you. I want you to be able to talk about world events and politics. That's sexy to me. How you take care of your body. How you take care of your house. Can you cook? Your relationship with your children. Hell, your relationship if you've been married with your ex. You know what I'm saying? That's
your baby daddy and
yeah. That's gonna tell me a lot about, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's the sexual part of having a side piece. The sexual part of having a side piece wouldn't really appeal to me more so than somebody who can bring me peace. Or somebody I can talk to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's not judgmental, somebody who, I can be vulnerable with if I can't be vulnerable with my main lady. Like,
and I feel like let's stay right there though, because I feel like a lot of men, or there's a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot of men, just a lot of situations to where like, you've been married for 10, 20 plus years, y'all got 3, 4 kids, and instead of you, and then like I said, it's all situational, but I feel like men, like you said, they seek out that peace from somewhere else instead of trying to make it in their relationship. That makes sense. Like,
and okay,
it's like it's like a cowardly, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go over here with my side piece or with Shawty or whatever.
So basically, we take the easy way out.
Yeah, I don't have no obligations. She is not requiring. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Now you just speaking sexually though, right?
No, I'm speaking in every way. Like I said, you have a relationship. Y'all been married for some time. Y'all got kids. You know what I'm saying? And with any relationship, there's highs and lows, you know what I'm saying? And so instead of you trying to constantly work on your relationship with the person that holds you accountable, with the person that is expecting you to do certain things, or, you know what I'm saying, you rather, be with somebody, whether it's physical or not physical, because some side piece could just be somebody you go and talk to and you have personal conversations with.
Well, that's why I was saying we needed to really define,
Yeah, I don't think a side piece has to be somebody that you're like, you messing with on the side physically. Your side piece should just be someone that is not your woman, that you're allowing to be in your inner space, allowing to have intimate conversations with.
That you shouldn't be having conversation with?
When you.
So what's a best friend? Let's say if you had a best friend.
It's boundaries though. You know what I'm saying? Even with a best friend.
That's female.
Right.
Right.
As a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things, especially when it goes back to having a wife or a girlfriend or somebody. Like, it's just certain things, certain lines you're not supposed to cross. Best friend, no best friend, side piece. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just out of respect for your relationship.
So if you needed to talk about these things or there were issues, who do you discuss these issues with?
A male.
But what if you wanted a female?
A therapist.
Oh, there we go. Going back to the last show. But you pretty good.
I'm on the side of my women today. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that boy.
Don't fall into the trap.
That boy 3 for 3 on answers.
Don't fall into the trap. If you need a female perspective, auntie, grandma, sister.
But then you have the generational gaps there too, though. I mean, you could have.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
That's why I said therapist.
Well, I'm just saying, okay, so let's get back to the premise. I think that men in my era, if they still on a sex tip, I got a side piece just because well, hold on now. I just had another thought. Maybe they do have a side piece because the sex ain't sexing.
Well, then
in the relationship,
that don't mean you should cheat on her.
We know that.
Okay. So
okay. Well, I'm just saying we're giving her she's asking why. So maybe the sex ain't sexing.
But she said not physical, right?
Okay. But I'm gonna get to
That's
that.
an example of why.
Right.
Though. Okay. That's
Right.
An
So
example.
the sex ain't sex,
So you
but
need
now you gotta
you
ask
need a
yourself.
freak off.
Dang, Diddy. Hey, boy, they just got Diddy though. Diddy
Get on
got
top
2
of it, get on
charges.
top of it, that's fine.
Okay. But with the sexual part, then you got to kind of ask yourself, okay, well, what is it? And that's a whole nother episode too. Why the sex ain't sexy? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. So, I mean, that could be a reason. But outside of the bedroom, a man my age
Mm-hmm.
could just have a side piece because that person relates to, you know, other things
Mm-hmm.
to him. Like I said, you know, they're able to converse and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he doesn't, you know, maybe.
It's an escape.
Yeah, it's an escape and the pressure, you know. And once again, we're not saying that it's right. Let me keep throwing that out there. But these are, I think, some reasons for men of my generation might be going out to get side pieces. Other than the fact that, you know, I guess it's would be exciting.
Yeah, the thrill of it.
The thrill of the hunt and chase, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But from your generation, say 25 down, I'm thinking it might be a little different.
I don't know.
Because I think y'all are still, you know, y'all libidos are still off the charts at 25. I remember back the days when I was 25, my libido, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I'm gonna say some powerful stuff right here.
Oh, that
feel
boy
like,
preference his powerfulness.
I feel like a lot of that behavior is taught
From whom?
from just the older generation, or you know, my generation.
There you
feels
go,
like,
blaming us again.
Nah, I just feel like, it's almost like something you feel like you it's a part of being a guy, or like I have to do this, like is, you know what I'm
The
saying?
ego.
I don't know if it's the ego.
Yes,
It's just like
it's in the ego.
it's like I'm young, I'm turned, like I can have 3, 4, 5 of them, 6 of them,
And it's
and I
and
can
that,
rotate
right.
them because I can do that because I'm, you know what I'm saying, like so I don't. Or
And society kind of perpetuates that
Absolutely.
too with men.
with the music, with
Yeah,
with,
yeah,
you know how
yeah.
we treat women and everything. So I don't even think it's a thought. I just think it's just like,
Which is kind of sad.
yeah,
really.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, I got Ashley, and then I met Tisha over here, but Ashley serves this purpose for me. Tisha serves this purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me. Ooh. I hear that, but I see your Ashley and Tiffany, but I raise you Sabrina
And Becky.
and a Becky. All right, and I hate to do this, and we don't want to get too far in the religious hole. So, but why would men in, you know, the Bible days have more than one wife?
I was gonna say that. I swear I was gonna say that. You know, yeah, I think men were made for multiple women. You know, just like I mean, it's like that still in some countries, isn't it? You know, men have multiple wives and stuff like that.
You finna get killed.
Yeah, I am. But I don't like.
But
I
no,
said,
that's in the Bible.
The type of
But
man
that's
I
a
am.
good-
I don't want that. You know, I'm a one woman man.
When you please, when we edit this, please put a ding and a
I'm
wink in his eye right
I'm
there.
a one woman man.
But I have to ask the question though, why was that? Why was that? And I'm you know what? I'm gonna go fall on the sword, Taylor. We need the ratings.
Just don't expect me to follow.
Nah. I'm a very complex dude.
Yeah, you following on it.
But I am a very complex dude.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm simple, but I'm complex.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of things, you know. I think God has blessed me with some talents.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my women or a woman will have to be able to float. Like up, you know what I'm saying?
Flow.
I need you to
Flow.
yeah. I need for you to be I could take you to the a business meeting and they'd be like, wow,
It's
she's
versatile, yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But I should be able to, I want to be able to take you to the hole in the wall and you turn your hat around backwards
Mm-hmm.
and shoot pool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are moments I'm gonna need you to speak life into me, but then there are moments I need you to say, "Get your up." You know, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell on? What you on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, a woman who dates me has to be that type of woman who can side piece, PEACE, that piece, me in all of those areas. Because I got a lot going on.
And when you don't get that, that's when it comes into having other women that can satisfy those other areas for you. Not you, but I'm saying somebody like you, whatever.
But I'm gonna use myself as an example to make it real. But yeah, I feel like, you know, okay, hey, you're lacking here. You know, you can't talk to me about politics because you don't even like politics. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, whatever I'm doing creatively. You know, you ain't creative. So you like, every time I come to you with, you know, hey, da 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 da, and you like, ain't nobody trying to hear that foolishness. So, but that's who I am. So I don't know if that's, you know, maybe you didn't get to know me that well in the beginning, but, you know, or maybe you need to learn how to flip it. I mean, roll with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I will have to do that for her too. And I think that makes good relationships. But I think that when you look back, you know, that's why I asked the question. So why did these men in the Bible days, why did they have all these women? You know, why did they have, you know, David had 500 wives and 1,000 good God almighty, David. And 1,000 concubines. Jesus.
David said he had to get it off.
What was David doing?
Yeah, I mean, for me, they serve different
looking
purposes.
Bathsheba. You know that story, right? Now sent the girl
to get to her man and die.
Sent her husband to the war so he can. I said, God damn, David, you
stuff,
devious, boy. Yeah. But they say David was after God's own heart, though.
Yeah.
But
a lot of lessons in that. Yeah, I mean, to me.
So why is that?
Why back in the day like that? I mean, because I feel like you said, I think there's a lot of men out there that are multi-complex, and not to say that women are not, you know, because this definitely can go both ways.
Right.
With women who have multiple guys or whatever. I just think it comes down like, you know, like you said, you have people who are multi-complex and their partner or whoever their main is not or doesn't service or doesn't satisfy all of those areas. And so then that leaves room for other women to kind of, you know, it leaves a vulnerable space, if you will.
So a question here I'm thinking, so how do we, you know, as men, you know, how is that articulated? Like, you know, do we articulate, hey, you're not, because, you know,
that's a tough one.
All you hear, though, is the physical part where he ain't satisfying me in the bed, you know, or she not satisfying me in the bed. We always say that, but, you know, do we articulate?
I'm not going to lie. I think that's such a tough thing to say to your person, because it's like, I really don't see the relationship. Like, somebody came to me and was like, yeah, Taylor, you don't really satisfy me like mentally or intellectually. That relationship sound like it's kind of over with to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, how do you bounce back from that? Your person say, yeah, like, you know, you don't really satisfy me as an intellectual, or you don't really satisfy me as whatever the case may be. Is like, damn, like, you know, like, how do you even, like, you don't go get smart right quick and come back and hit them with some, you know what I'm saying? So like, to me, and it definitely depends on what it is. Like I said, it's a couple things that if you come to your partner with and be like, yeah, you don't satisfy me in this area, it's no coming back from that. I think that
for a man,
either way, even if a woman says to a man, hey, you don't, like, if a woman says to me, hey, Taylor, yeah, you don't really satisfy my intellectual apparatus, what do you do? Like, how do you bounce back from that? Because now I'm self-conscious every time I speak, I'm trying to sound smart
You
and
trying
say
to
big words and
you
shit.
trying to congregate your verbs.
You know what I'm saying?
You
I'm trying to
congregate-
step up
You
my
trying to congregate
my
your
English.
verbs.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm not even being me. You know, I'm being somebody who
Somebody
I think
else,
that you
right.
want. So that thing get deep, man. That's why I said, depending on what it is, I think you kind of just got to cut your losses because you don't want to be acting out of character trying to please somebody else. And I'm all for somebody being happy, even if that means it's not with me. I'm all for finding, you know, you don't like it over here, by all means, please go where you feel like the grass is greener. That's me though. And that's like I said, it depends on what she comes at you with. Like, hey, you don't satisfy me intellectually, and hey, you don't match me creatively, or I wish that you could be more like that. Those are two different conversations. Because over here, I feel like that's manageable. Like I can get in my creative bag, or I can be more thoughtful, or I can, you know what I'm saying? That's something manageable. To hear that you don't satisfy me sexually, or you don't satisfy me intellectually, or I don't think we're like mentally compatible, like that's like you think I'm a dummy,
Well,
basically, or you don't.
And how did it get that far down the road? You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, when we first meet people, couples, or, I mean, not couples, but, you know, you meet a woman, whatever, everybody's saying they're representative. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So getting back to the time, it's time that, you know, you starting to see who this person really is
yeah.
or whatever. But how does people get to that point where, you know, you say, oh my God, you know, you're not.
I think it shows up over. I think time is the answer. Like just like this. Let's say, you know, I got my girl here, you got whatever. We're in a big group conversation and we're having a very intense. Everybody putting in their real 2 cents. The conversation flowing, and then your girl or guy say some dumb shit like, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody looking at you and her like, nigga, what? You what? You know what I'm saying? So I think it just pops out in moments that you're not really expecting it, and you see it, and it's like, well, damn, I didn't really know you were lacking in that area, or I didn't know that you thought I didn't know you was Republican until we started talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I think the answer is time. The answer is time, and it just shows its face when it does. Because the longer you're around somebody, that you get to see who they really are. You can only put up a facade for so long.
So, man, people might need to update their applications. Like, your application, your questionnaire got to be, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
But that's tough, because, I mean, you don't want to be overwhelming either. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance. And like I said, I think women do it way more than men, in the sense of like sacrificing one area because everything else is okay, or it looks good, or he bought me Birkins, or, you know what I'm saying? I think men are way more of like, hey, well, this area is important to me and you don't satisfy me in this area, so we can't be together. You know what I'm saying? A woman will be like, oh, you don't satisfy me in this area, but
he's such a great provider.
Yeah, he's such a great
good
dad
with the father. I mean, with the kids,
right? So I'm gonna push that to the side because you hit all these other check marks for me, and I feel like men don't really do that as much. It only take one area to not be,
because, you know,
filled.
we can get fragile. We get in our feelings real quick.
Yeah, and now you know, we dropping off the kids in the parking lot every other weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's just the reality. That's just, you know, just being real. So I really like this topic because I feel like it can go so many different ways. But yeah, I think for me, like, going back to, I guess, why my generation I don't even think it's a thought. I just think it has became what is expected, you know, in a sense of like, even when you're having conversations with younger people, it's like they're not thinking about being committed to one person. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really like,
and I will say too, though, as you know, you get to be older, my generation, whatever, and you know, you got more stuff to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know, hopefully you have a house, a mortgage, you know, cars or whatever, you know, alimony, child support. I mean, there are a whole lot more things to lose. I think, to keep you in the straight and narrow, so to speak, from going to that side piece. But than you would have as 25. I'm not saying you can't have a mortgage at 25, whatever, but in 50 years you should maybe have accumulated some more stuff where I mean, hell, what the life expectancy is for a black man anyway, about 70 something. So hey, I got another good 20 years. I ain't trying to be out here living in my car or whatever. So but I think the question, why there are side pieces or why men have side pieces, just the same reason why, I mean, almost flip it.
That's
Why
what I'm
women
saying.
have side pieces.
It's not even I don't think it's
Right.
a men thing. It's just it's
Because
it's a person thing. It's
I
not.
mean, shout out Pokey Bear for the song, but if a woman was singing that song, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So,
but I
I
also
will
think it's the world we live in today. It's just more acceptable for
a man,
you know
which
what I'm
is
saying?
is crazy.
And so
you
many
know.
women put up with that, like knowing that their guys or their significant other has side pieces. And like I said, you check off all these other boxes, so I'm gonna let you have that because I know that my bill's gonna be paid. I ain't worried about what I'm saying.
Well, definitely society perpetuates that. If a man has 3 or 4 girlfriends or whatever, oh, he's a man. But let a woman have 3 or 4 or 5, boyfriends, and she a hoe. She she all of these things. So, society has played a part into kind of glorifying that for men, which is kind of crazy.
And that's what I'll say is why my generation probably has the multiple, women thing. It's glorified. It's like a, what I'm saying, even when you're around the fellas and it's like, oh, you got her, you got her, you got her. It's like a, what I'm saying? It's like a game. It's like a
ego.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'll say it is for my generation. Just like, just the thought.
And that comes from, and I feel like, not to cut you off, but that comes from just inexperience, and you full of testosterone.
Just being young.
Just
like
being
I said,
young
not
and
to be
reckless.
right, not that it's right.
Right.
but
That's
it's
why
just what it is.
age, age means something in a sense. I know you don't think so.
No, I think it definitely does. It gives you a different perspective on life.
Right. So
Hopefully you will move different at 50 and 25.
you should.
You definitely should. So
but back to, there are guys who are 50 who, still, the ego ain't what it should be. So they still out here, doing what they think they should do or whatever. So, but I do like that side piece though, PEACE. And I think, that, like we said, it can go both ways, so the main girl number one need to be a side piece, PEACE. Bring some peace to that thing. You know what I'm saying?
and to be honest, she probably is. If we being real, I just think we as men we are so quick to jump ship and want something different, want something new, and like I said, it's just a part of the thrill of just having something that you're not supposed to be having. That always makes your heart beat, makes you feel alive.
Who paid you? Was the lady outside the door gave you some money?
No, I'm just giving it to them raw and real.
All right, with that thought, man, we're going to take that thing to halftime. I mean, I don't think we can beat it up
Yeah,
no more than we kind of just beat it up. But
I like the point
hey,
you talked about.
Beverly, thank you for that. That topic is, it was topping.
I think I think we gave some dope insight to that. Hopefully we broke it down well enough to kind of get into the minds of the generational differences. If you're 50 plus years old, cheating on your wife, stop. Just leave her. Just leave her, bro. It's all about peace, like you said, at the end of the day. And I feel like, honestly, once you hit 50, 40, 50, like, you too old to be sneaking around anyway. Like,
we can't be remembering nothing anyway.
Like,
so.
come on now. Like, it ain't even.
But I'm an advocate, though. I'm finna advocate for, for both men and women, man, do what you need to do to make that thing always on and popping, man. You know, and that's probably from from both sides, physical and non-physical. You know, because I think, you know, couples get in ruts. Marriage people get in ruts. Life start beating you up across the head, and you worried about the mortgage and Timmy braces and Wilhelmina who picking her up from, you know, and man, you get home and you tired. You know, women start, you know, really, you know, and I'm gonna say this, but men too, you know, go get your feet done, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Throw on a little cologne before you go to bed or whatever the case is.
Keep the spice.
The spice, right? And it's hard.
It's so hard.
It's hard in this life, but we, you know, you got to do it. And women, you know, we're visual creatures. We visual.
So what do you think women are? You think women are visual?
I don't think. I mean, I think they like visual. But I think that's something we need. You know,
what would you say? Like you say, okay, men are visual creatures and women are mental. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't like to see muscles and stuff like that. I think that's just a person thing. I don't even think
but I think overall, you know, like we were saying earlier, a man ain't gonna really date a ugly woman. I mean, if she ugly, you know, we gonna be kind of a little turned off about that. We gonna be like, ooh, she kind of ugly, even though she might be, God's gift. You know, she might be just what you need. But on the flip of that, a woman was, oh man, you know, she may not even say he ugly as sin, but you know, she likes, he's, you know, his characteristics. You know, what
he's a good man, Savannah.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
He's a good man,
right.
Savannah.
And then this just came to mind. We're trying to go to halftime, but this just came to mind too. The ratio, especially, you know, of available black men to available black women. I mean, when I was at Clark, that thing was like 9-1. I don't know what it was when you were there.
I think it's closer to like 21 now.
So,
and
I mean,
so
you got women competing for
straight men. You know,
straight men, right?
You gotta throw, and that's no shade,
like but
at all.
Yeah,
but that's just reality. It's tough. It's a tough one.
So
and that's it just came to me. That's why I feel like it's so much easier for men, whether you 50 plus or 20 something, to have multiple women, because there is a shortage of straight black men that want black women, that want black women,
like that, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole nother demographic of straight black men who want black women. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
Yeah.
So that's why, and I feel like that's why a lot of women are more accepting to knowing, like, my man probably does have other women or other side pieces, because where else am I gonna find, you know what I'm saying, a straight black man that treats me, you know what I'm saying? It's very slim.
Right.
So I think that adds a big factor into why men at any age do that, or especially black men at any age do that, because you're an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight, I'm black, I got a good job. I can cook.
I like my mama. I love my mama and them.
I take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't beating you up side the head.
I ain't violent. I ain't got no record, no warrants.
And I'm gonna take you to Turks and Caicos every, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spice that thing up. So I
take you to Buc-ee's.
Not Buc-ee's. Not Exit 82. But nah, that's real though. I think that it's the demographic is so small that it's like, I feel like most black women are, you know, they're just like, I'm gonna just take what I can get, in a sense. Which is, that's a whole nother conversation. But
yeah,
and
that is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. But you know,
woo-wee.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm glad you brought up that ratio thing though, because I feel like that brought it home. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, being somewhere where there's 20 women to one man, so you telling me I can wake up every day and see 20 new females, or 20 new women, excuse me?
Yeah.
And you expecting me to just be with you? When I got Tisha, Lisa, Sierra, Carmen. And I'm just being real. Like I said, I'm not speaking from personal experience. I'm just speaking from a real state of a real real state of mind that it's just like, hey, like I got options, baby. You know. But again, not saying that that is right. I think that if you are in a committed relationship and you have your side pieces that you need to stop, if you are not happy in your relationship, then you need to have a serious conversation or dead it. Because we do not condone cheating because black men do not what? What black men don't do?
We don't cheat.
Yeah. So
We don't cheat.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, man, that was heavy. That was heavy.
that was
All right, hey, we're gonna go to halftime. Get us a swallow of water. We're gonna come right back. Stay tuned.
Get ready for Runway Noir, presented by Aaron's House. A powerful fashion experience spotlighting mental health awareness. It all goes down Sunday, July 13th at 5 p.m. at the Strass Center in Tampa. Expect stunning fashion, high energy, and a cause that matters. Tickets are going fast. Grab yours now at runwaynoir.com. That's runwaynoir.com. Don't miss it.
Hey, all right. Back from half one. You know, we said all we could probably say about that. You know, all I'm gonna say is
who was our person?
S.H. Beverly out of Maryland. Thank you for
Beverly,
sending that.
Dope.
We hope that we shared some insight on that.
In Maryland.
In Maryland.
Shout out Maryland.
Send me some of them.
Shout out Laura Maryland. Shout out Auntie Rhonda.
Yeah, Craig
Shout
and
out,
all them.
Craig and Cedric.
Cedric, all them.
And Uncle Ricky.
Rick,
and all them.
Slick Rick.
Uncle Ricky be looking. He be
Yeah, appreciate that love. Appreciate that.
And we gotta get
love.
Uncle Rick. Hey, it's a couple people. I know we wrap it up, but it's a couple people we gotta get on the pod.
Who that?
A lot of people been asking me to get on the pod.
Who that?
I mean, people I would want to see on here. We definitely gotta get Uncle Ricky. I think that
we got
funny.
to get Uncle Rick.
A couple of my people I went to Clark with, you know.
Okay.
Couple people I want to do like an EMT firefighter episode. I got a buddy that worked for Hillsborough County that went to Brandon together. He's on the county, so we got to get him on, have like an EMT firefighter episode.
That'll be a good thing to do.
I want to have a discussion about alpha. So, you know, I thought about would be dope. Yeah, something like what that's.
Y'all see us HBCU.
Yeah.
Educated alpha.
Is your dean's not alive still? Is he?
Yes, he is.
You know what I thought it'd be dope?
Get our deans. Ooh, I like that. Shout out to Alpha 5.
Yeah.
Greg Zakers, big brother DPZ.
Yeah, I would love to get Quinn on here. And
AKA Romeo.
And just talk about the state of Alpha. I think that'd be a dope conversation.
Well, we're representing that Clark Atlanta University. But in a somber note, somber. I know, right? On a somber note, I must give a shout out.
Yes.
In the passing of Reverend Easley, Paul H. Easley, who was the campus minister at Clark Atlanta for over 2 decades.
Legend.
A man who was truly my mentor, who trusted me, man. Just a great dude, man. Just a great dude, man, all the way around. Just, you know, Army dudes, colonel in the Army, definitely for the Atlanta area, for the Ben Hill Church, pastor there. And so many lives that he touched at Clark Atlanta, man. Just so many lives. I'm glad that you had a chance to meet him, man.
Yeah, that was dope. But he never, you know how people get older and they start to look sickly? Like, he never gave off that to me.
Jimmy the Cricket.
Because how old was he?
94.
He hit his 90s?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think 94. So
lived a long life, man.
Shout out to my frat brother, his son, David Easley, and the whole family.
What a funeral.
Haven't found out yet. They're still working on details. But to the whole Clark Atlanta University family, we send our condolences to his family and IVOF, Inspiration Voices of Faith, was the choir that he started there. We send our condolences to everybody. But that one hurt, man. That one. He was definitely a man responsible for me being who I am today. Him and Coach McClarty, who was the head football coach at Clark Atlanta for years. Those two men, man. If I wouldn't have ran across those two men, ain't no telling, bro. Ain't no telling. So, woo. All right. So, outside the lines, man. Let's go on outside these lines. What you
I know
got?
you was talking about Diddy, so they only. I ain't gonna lie, Diddy. If they lower his lowering.
I guess
So
so,
he only
man.
got two counts out of. He beat the Rico.
Out
People
of the
ain't even think he was
5.
gonna beat the Rico. So what he looking at? 10 years. He might do 4.
No, he looking at a maximum of 10 on each counts. He
So
got
20 years.
Yeah.
So he
So
might
even
do-
if they give him half that, 5, he might do 10. He going to jail.
Take the hoe.
Yeah. He going to jail. So I don't know if it's one day or multi years, but he going to jail. My thing is, bro, we just gotta do better when it comes. You got this money and you got influence, and I'm not saying I don't know what he did positive. I'm not saying he didn't do anything positive, but I just know if God bless me, man, and I know God knows my heart, and I hope He's searching my heart right now. But I know this is my truth. If God bless me with that kind of come up, or bro, I got to get that thing back, man. I got to do something that is going to uplift the race. That's going up. I got it to, man. I wouldn't even be. I couldn't even, because you got so much resources that
I think when it gets scary when God blesses you to be able to do that, and then He blesses you with even more than you could have imagined. You know what I'm saying? So not only, and I think Diddy has did some great things for the community. I don't know what, but I'm sure he's done something.
But as the community, we can't sit here right now and say, "Oh, Diddy did this," and that's what. But why wouldn't it be this major? We can sit here and say, "Oh, he did songs with Biggie, and he did this, and he did," you know what I'm saying? But why can't we sit here and definitively say, "Oh yeah, Diddy built the a mansion, whatever for homeless males," or you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Something that is undeniably everybody know.
Like
Wow,
LeBron opening that school.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So I can't sit here and say that, and if I can't sit here and know something like that, then what have you done other than self-edify yourself?
He was spending money on that baby oil. Baby oil ain't cheap. Baby oil ain't cheap, man. You gotta stay lathered up. Stay thirsty, my friend. Stay lathered.
I don't usually use lubricants,
but when I do,
but when I do, Johnson and Johnson,
stay lubricant,
baby. Oh man,
that's funny.
So that's all I'm saying. But yeah, I think even if they give him some time, sir, he ain't been in jail that long. He been in there a couple of months. I mean, about 5,
a year,
6.
right?
He been in there for a year.
I think it's coming up on at least 6-7 months.
So I'm gonna predict he gonna get.
Man, Diddy finna beat that thing, boy.
Diddy gonna get at least 7 years.
Take that.
He gonna get 7 years.
Take that.
I'm gonna say 7. And then they may give him time, sir. He gonna do
like
4 or 5. Yeah.
And they've been saying we need to swap out Kels for take P Diddy to give us Kels.
Yeah, the black delegation. We'll trade P Diddy for R. Kelly. I mean, and that's a whole nother
aura.
A whole nother thing where, so I don't even want to get into that, but I'm praying for them, all the brothers all over the world. But man, we just gotta do better, man. We gotta do better.
Let's talk sports right quick. Last thing. Man. Dirty Birds.
Them Falcons, Lord. The cardiac birds.
Yeah, I can honestly say that I am excited for this season. I think that Michael Penix is going to be,
Lord, please keep that boy healthy.
yeah, for sure.
Please,
if we
Jesus.
can keep him upright, keep him healthy.
Somebody need to just go lay oil. Speaking of oil, somebody need to get some blessed oil, just rub. Brother,
All on his chest.
Yes, just brother, you need to just be anointed. Cause as he goes, the Falcons gonna go.
Nah, for sure. But I think that we should win our division though. I mean,
I agree with
the
that.
Bucks, they got a squad, but I think we should win the division.
Yeah, I ain't with that Bucks stuff. I don't even like the Bucks. I used to get in trouble. I'm working for the city, and I used to be in there cheering for the Falcons. They used to be wanting to put me out. Go sit outside, because I ain't. If you look at Tampa Fire's the writing on their trucks, it's the Bucks writing. They did all the trucks in that like
Font?
that font. Yeah, so I was feeling some kind of way riding on them.
Nah, it ain't that deep. As long as they cutting that check, they can put in whatever font they want to put in.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that they, if everybody can stay healthy, the defense, especially secondary got to step up, and we got to get a pass rush. We got to get a pass rush. Can't have them folks.
Well, we drafted two.
I know, but I hope
we gonna
that
see
guy
what they
from
talking
Georgia,
about. It's
the
two
boy from
first
Georgia.
rounders. Yeah, I forgot where the other one was from. So yeah, we'll see, man. I'm excited about it. I think go Dirty Birds, man. And if you see us week 12 saying something completely different, then you know what went wrong.
Switch that.
But yeah, I wish I had all the. And you don't have that paper, all our handles and stuff on it.
No, I do not have it today. It's on my phone though.
You got it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shout out all the handles real quick.
But
YouTube M.V.P. Podcast 1. We got the TikTok. Follow us on TikTok.
oh, we got that up.
Yeah, so we gonna
Look
get
at
that.
God. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? So we know, follow us at YouTube at MVP Podcast 1.
What's the Instagram? Go ahead, Instagram. Shout out to Instagram.
I know. You should have had this pulled up, y'all. But
Just go to Instagram. Well, the TikTok is M.V.P. Podcast. Follow us on TikTok. We're gonna start posting some snippets on there. Go viral real quick.
hopefully. And so what else is there? That's it.
TikTok. Oh, Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at M.V.P. Podcast. So TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay. So
Shout out to Instagram. Oh, I got it. See, that's why boomers don't need.
man, I got
technology.
so much going on, bro. That's why I need a side piece. Nah.
See? See? And then follow us on Instagram at M.V.P._podcast as well. Like I've always said, this journey has been journeying.
It has.
Continue to bear with us and go ahead, do your thing.
Straight up shout out, Uncle Nears. Uncle Nears, I'm coming at you, man. I'm gonna come at you sooner than later, but I'm gonna come at you. Uncle Nears, 1856, 1854 is smooth, uncommonly good bourbon. You could put it on the rocks or drink it in your cocktail, mixed drinks, whatever. But Uncle Nears,
Go get
1856. All right. Hey guys, please go and support Daddy Chronicles. Daddy Chronicles, the book on Amazon. Please please leave a review if you will. If you like the book, please. If not, I'm gonna just erase you off the thing.
So what's the song?
The song, half the band, love, just because. Available on
Got
all
merch on
your
the way. We got
music
merch on the way.
Oh, we do have some
Got
merch
merch on the way. We ain't gonna
on
say
the
too
way.
much. We ain't gonna say
Yeah.
too much. Just on the
But,
way. On the way.
You can find the song on all of your music platforms, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, all that stuff. So go on, support, some people. Support.
Go get that.
Go get that. Take that. Take that.
Take that.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, hey, we're glad you're here this week. Hey, man, give the people some inspiration. You know what? Let me hold the book for a second.
No, we're not going to do that.
We ain't going to do that?
We're not going to do that. Next episode.
No, I was finna read just a quote, a positive quote. I was going to give the people a positive quote.
Make it quick.
Man, this cat be trying to see.
You said we was trying
That's
to
what they
keep
be
it an
trying to
hour,
do.
and you going over the hour.
I just turned to this page.
Mm.
The quote is, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. That's a French proverb.
One more time, Tony. One more time.
Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet.
Ba.
Okay? And then the courage quote for that, something for you to practice is, perfect your patience, put your pride to the side.
What chapter that is?
That
what day
is day 5. And day 5 is, the title is Wait on Patience. Wait on Patience. That's the song.
Oh, that's for the...
That's the song.
Oh,
Patience, Eddie Murphy, Dream Girls. Patience.
Get my book back. Thank you.
Little brother.
Well, folks, once again, we appreciate y'all. Till next time.
Come on in and see me.
Till the next time. See you next week.
Giving you a man's viewpoint, and we just wanna help you see. We talk real life, no cap, no shade. Truth in the open, no mask, no fade. From love and money to faith and pride, it's a ride through the mind of the